Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughan for Sam Sports Report. Today's date is Sunday, May 7th, 2023. As we celebrated Lorenzo Cain night last night, and we celebrate Mother's Day, which is about the story, we're going to first start with this. As it was Lorenzo Cain night, we'll have a series over this, and let's watch the story now. There was 12,000 people at some games in the world. Last night we had 30,000. Lorenzo Cain was more than a ball player, which leads to this. They did not mention this last night.
Matt wants me to sing it. That's not going to happen. This guy would say the same thing, though. He is the starting center fielder for the American League champs. His athletic dreams, though, didn't work out the way Lorenzo Cain had ever planned. The goal when he started high school was to play in the NBA. His reality is something he could have never imagined as a sophomore who tried out for the baseball team wearing jeans, didn't have a glove, never owned one. His journey to baseball is all due to a simple decision to try something new in high school and the work ethic that he learned from his mother. He is hitting nearly .340 this season, but more eye-popping than those numbers, the story of how he even got here. Tom Friend reports.
The center fielder is number 6, Lorenzo Cain.
To see him run out, it just gives you chill bumps. See some kid that didn't know what baseball was, be doing what he's doing and making the plays that he's making. It's an amazing story.
It's truly a miracle. I think it's way less likely than somebody winning the lottery.
I never would have imagined that he would be where he is today and doing the things that he's doing.
God has definitely blessed me with a beautiful, wonderful mom, and she's been by my side, supported me through the hard times, and I love her to death.
Her son, Lorenzo Cain, is a household name who, as a child in Florida, just wanted a normal household. Patricia Cain is a single mother of 2 who often worked multiple jobs every day until midnight.
I remember just pulling over on the side of the road, just having to go to sleep for like 15 minutes because I would be just that tired. But then I know I just had to keep pushing myself because I say, well, I know that it's not going to be like this always.
For Lorenzo, organized sports were out of the question.
I just didn't want to put the extra burden on her, to try to pay for, Little League and, all the other stuff. I just did stuff like help around the house, all my chores or whatnot.
In 2002, as a 10th grader at Madison County High School near Tallahassee, Lorenzo wanted to play football. His mom said it was too dangerous. He tried out instead for basketball, but got cut.
So he said, well, Mama, what you think about me playing baseball? I'm saying, baseball, you sure?
He'd come up to me and go, hey, you play a little baseball, right? And I was like, yeah. He was like, can I play? We walked into Coach Meyer's office and I was like, hey, Coach, this is Lorenzo, and you want to play baseball?
About a week into practice, we've only got 8 kids out for the JV team. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this is like wonderful. And so I go, have you ever played baseball before? And he goes, no, sir.
I first came out, that first tryout in my jeans and the collared shirt. He saw the guy that didn't have any cleats or, bats or batting glove. A guy who had to borrow everything.
Had he been living in another area and gone out for the baseball team when he was in 10th grade, he would have gotten cut.
When he first tried to hit, Cain held the bat cross-handed. He was so naive that when a teammate asked him to grab the bases, Cain thought he was supposed to pick up home plate.
He can't figure out how to do it, but he's not going to give up. So he goes into the little equipment room and comes out with a shovel and starts to dig. But his demeanor and his work ethic was infectious.
My mom's always taught me to be humble, no matter what. Understanding that hard work always prevails.
Summer before his senior year, then all of a sudden you saw this kid that you were teaching little things start to pick up on. He started to recognize what a changeup was or what a curveball was.
The pro scouts who came to see the team's best prospect, Jeremy Haynes, We're now intrigued by Cain going into the 2004 draft.
In 2014, we mentioned that he had a great season. He scored the final run in the AL wildcard game. The Royals were down 7-3 at one point and came all the way back as the Royals continued to come back, and they came back in 2015 as well. The Royals fans were sitting there as Ned Yost and Dayton Moore were getting their seats hot and maybe being fired, and then the Royals came back and tied the game. The game went to extras. Perez hit the winning run. Everybody remembers that. Down the line, Cain would score. The Royals would pass the Angels pretty easily. And here's more about Lorenzo Cain. On one night that a season won't be forget for the Royals fans, center fielder Cain, premier players of the franchise. With the A's ahead 7-2, then he took the career off the rest. He raced his right, dove a sinking line ball by Albert Pujols. The crowd of Kauffman Stadium enjoyed one, but hardly time enjoy. Howie Kendrick sent a line drive to seem designated for drive for a home run, but Cain raced to his left and got that one too. He was pretty good against the Angels, but also remember Mike Moustakas played well. He had an okay time with the bat in the ALCS. In the AL Championship, he was amazing. The Royals flat out dominated before they found their magic to the World Series in 2014. In Game 2 of the AL American League Championship, the Baltimore Orioles in the postseason highlight reel. Yet another stunning extra base. His stealing grab, this one off of J.J. Hardy, a line drive to center field in the 6th inning to preserve the 4-4 tie. At the draw of the 9th inning, he drove in a run to help the Royals seal the victory over the Orioles. Consecutive win in the 2014 postseasons. The Royals never lost a game up until the World Series. Cain ultimately ended up having the most valuable player award for the ALCS. He finished with a batting average of .533, 8 runs, and numerous spectacular plays on defense. He helped the Royals move on to the World Series, which they would lose in 7. The Royals did not finish the win off last night as they lost 5-4. Today they hope to avoid the series sweep against the worst team in baseball, who are trying to lose. The Royals and Athletics are now tied for the worst team in baseball at 8-26. The Royals will have Royals score of the A's and Royals game right now is the Cardinals and Tigers game is at 1:15. Alex Fredo will go for the Tigers, and Steve Matz is on the mound for the Cardinals. That score right now is Hayden Wesky will go for the Cubs, both having a rough season. In the NBA, the Philadelphia 76ers lead 2-1 and have won 2 in a row with Joel Embiid not 100 and won the last game with Joel Embiid not 100%. He is still averaging 33 points in the playoffs. And Jason Tatum for the Celtics, who is averaging over 30 points a game for the Celtics. Series is 2-1. Game at Philadelphia, 2:30. Celtics are favored by 1.5. The series is 2-1. Nuggets Suns. They have a chance to even up the series. The Suns do. Players to watch out for: Devin Booker, 50 points back to back. Also, Kevin Durant, who's always been a good ball player. And players to watch out for the Nuggets: Nikola Jokic, Michael Porter Jr. This is Sam Vaughan for Sam Sports Report.